Hello everyone, this is Senior Biotech Analyst John Vandermosten. Welcome to our channel that educates the life sciences investor on exciting advancements in drugs, biologics, and devices. For more content and news like this, subscribe to our channel below and like or share with others. Please welcome the CEO of Cingulate, Dr. Shane Schaffer, who's going to talk with me today about the company's precision timed release technology platform. The company has a lead candidate called CTX1301. And it uses an erosion barrier layer to provide steady drug delivery over an extended period. Most products dissolve immediately, enter the blood plasma, and then dissipate, so that means that the patient may have to take multiple pills throughout the day. But Cingulate's technology simplifies things. So Shane, welcome to Unboxing Biotech, and can you help us learn about how your technology is different from what's out there right now in the ADHD space?
Yep. Good to be here, John. So the PTR, or Precision Time Release Platform, truly is a groundbreaking innovation in drug delivery in terms of drug therapy. What Cingulate has done with its Precision Time Release therapy has really developed a groundbreaking technology, which not only delivers a drug in a steady state, but allows us for the first time ever in a tablet form to be able to precisely time, ratio, and then deliver the medication to patients exactly how they need to be delivered their medications. In ADHD specifically, a couple things happen. Number one, if you are taking the short-acting medications, you're taking 2, 3, sometimes 4 of these medications every single day to cover your therapy. Very inconvenient, and quite frankly, it's not optimized care. A patient who has ADHD, by the way, has to remember to take this medication multiple times throughout the day. And oftentimes, we're all human, you're going to take that medication. It's kind of like if you need an Advil for lower back pain, you're going to take it when you feel the symptoms return.
And there's a delay between when you take it and when it affects you.
Why not solve the problem up front? So when we looked at a lot of different technologies, we found many therapeutic delivery systems, quite frankly, didn't have the ability to deliver 3 precisely timed doses in the precise ratio and in a precise style in order to solve the problems in ADHD. What PTR does unequivocally, and it's the only technology in the world that actually can do this, we can deliver 2, 3, 4 of the same or different medications and then precisely time within a 5-minute window exactly when and where that drug will be delivered in the human body and have the desired effect that we want. In ADHD, what you must have, and this is for all ADHD patients, and that's why we've created 8 different dosage strengths, which is a critical and huge commercial and clinical advantage because you can optimize care. We deliver a dose at time 0 as a pulse. We deliver another dose at 3 hours after administration, this time as a sustained release. And then 7 hours after you took the tablet, we'll deliver the final dose, which is a pulse again. We do this in a 35, 45, 20% ratio because that's the ratio you need to optimize therapy, minimize any side effects or tolerability issues, but most importantly, provide patients for the first time in ADHD history an entire active day of therapeutic coverage.
Now I was hoping you could tell us how the technology works, because we have a pill that has, I guess, layers of excipient or something around them, and it dissolves and lets the drug enter the system. Is that how it works?
So we utilize, it's a great question. And honestly, go to Cingulate.com and look at our pipeline. There's a really cool video that people can look at and see how this thing works. What we do is we build this tablet sort of from the inside out. Think of a Russian tea doll kind of. Okay. So, but I'm going to walk you through instead how the drug works in the body. Number one, we have a layer of drug sitting right on top of the tablet. So that means within 5 minutes, our medication is getting into the blood system, into the body,
it's absorbed in the stomach,
and starting to take effect.
Through the lining of the stomach.
Exactly. So that's step 1, in the stomach. So that's layer 1. After that, what we've done is we've enrobed our erosion barrier layer around the next 2 doses. Okay. So the first enrobement basically is precisely timed to deliver now at 3 hours later. So think of it like kind of a snow globe. The body needs to have agitation. That's it. Our drug delivery technology is pH independent, it's fluid independent, it's food independent. So all you need is a heartbeat in order to make sure this medication will be delivering at the right time. So that snow globe now starts to erode, and then precisely 3 hours after you took the tablet, the second dose is going to release. Okay. Now that's 45% of the medication, but this time we developed it as a sustained release. No reason to give patients a roller coaster ride. Let's get the drug on board, and then let's make sure we smoothly treat them through the late morning and early afternoon. Now, the third dose was also enrobed in our erosion barrier technology.
And that's in the very center of the pill, I guess?
That's in the very center of the pill, yeah, exactly. And that will now be delivered into the lower GI system, so into your colon area. The drug is very well absorbed, but precisely 7 hours after you took that tablet, right when every other medication has worn off. And when I say every other medication, I mean every other ADHD medication that is a stimulant stops delivering drugs around 11 a.m. or noon if you took the drug at 7 a.m.
Okay.
We're now coming in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're preventing all those tolerability issues. The rebound, the crash, the dysphoria, the return of ADHD symptoms. We're delivering just 20% now of your overall daily dose at hour 7 to stop that crash. Let's buoy the blood levels and give a patient a smooth, controlled descent so that they now have, for the first time in the history of ADHD, entire active day coverage.
Well, one of the nice things about that is that you don't have to remember at 2 o'clock I got to take a pill, right? And that, like, especially for school kids, because I think, don't school kids have to go to the nurse's office to get a pill if they take a booster in the afternoon?
You're exactly right. If you're in high school or elementary school or middle school, it's a federal crime to be carrying around a controlled substance. So that means a nurse has to hold that tablet. You have to leave class, go see the nurse. And what happens most of the time, nearly all the time, is they just don't take the medication. Which means, what are we doing? We're going to homework, we're going to after school activities. If you're a high school kid, what are you doing around 2 or 3 in the afternoon? You're getting behind the wheel of a car. That's a really good time for your ADHD symptoms to return, right? And when you look at the societal impact of ADHD patients have twice the incident of car accidents, twice the incident of accidental death, twice the incident of so many other societal issues that take place because their medication is not controlling them. We deliver that third dose, that booster dose, which provides a patient that entire active day of coverage without having to go see a school nurse, as an adult, without having to reach in your pocket, trying to find a glass of water to take your booster dose.
Or if you're in the middle of a meeting or something, or you have something comes up, I mean, that happens to me all the time.
Pardon me, I need to take my stimulant. I'll be right back.
Exactly. So you don't need to worry about it.
And by that time, it's too late.
Well, right. And then you run into some of the other issues, which are, if you take it like an hour or two late, then it's coming into your dinner time or whatever, and maybe your sleep time.
Appetite
and it's going to mess up with your, right, it's going to mess with that. I wanted to ask you also about some of the other applications for the precision time release technology. I mean, because it's pretty fascinating. You can time it to be any kind of hour period after you want it to start. So it could be used for a whole number of different indications. What are some of the other things you're working on? And beyond that, what are some of the other great areas where it could work?
Right. So one of the most enjoyable things back in the good days when we were a private pharmaceutical company, we spoke to a lot of physicians, and a lot of those folks invested in Cingulate. And every single time we meet with them, they go, hey, have you ever thought about using this medication in that platform, or that medication, or this use? And we listened. So number one, we have 2 drugs in ADHD, one methylphenidate, which is 1301, and amphetamine, which is 1302, because that's 93% of the ADHD market. Those are the drugs that physicians use, and they're the most safe and effective medications. So we're building the 2 best drugs in ADHD. We have a third product in our pipeline, which is CTX-2103. This product is for anxiety, the #1 mental health issue in America, and that's generalized anxiety disorder.
And that's buspirone?
That's buspirone, exactly. Buspirone is the #1 prescribed drug outside of the benzodiazepines, Xanax, Klonopin, things like that. So benzos are great drugs for panic attacks. They're great. They work superbly. The problem is, if you take them on a regular basis, they have major dependency issues, they have withdrawal issues, and they're a scheduled medication. So there's prescription issues with that as well. Buspirone is a much cleaner medication. The problem with buspirone is, in order for it to work, it has to be taken 2 to 3 times a day.
Short half-life, right?
It has to be taken 2 to 3 times a day. Exactly. So what we've done with our PTR platform, and it's not just about compliance or convenience, it's about optimizing outcomes. Let's build the best medication for patients. We did a clinical trial, 1 study, and we demonstrated that we can effectively deliver buspirone 2 or 3 times a day to a patient with 1 single administration. What's that going to mean? Better anxiety control for patients, less rescue medications of the benzos, which again have all those side effects. It's going to revolutionize anxiety treatment in the United States. Furthermore, insomnia is another issue where you have the need to get to sleep and you have the need to stay asleep. That requires 2 different doses or 2 different medications entirely.
And that's where the timing can
and
come
you
in.
don't want a sustained release of that. You want a pulse and a pulse. Our technology is the only one in the world that actually can deliver that in tablet form to patients in insomnia.
So in that situation, you take it, I mean, I guess right before you go to bed.
Take it right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
We deliver a dose of one medication, then maybe 30 to 60 minutes later, the same or different medication that would then keep the patient asleep. I mean, it's called middle insomnia. It's my issue.
Okay.
You wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and you're sitting there going, I can't sleep, I can't go to bed. Throw on the TV and hopefully find something like Seinfeld that'll put you back to sleep. Set the sleep timer. What we want to do is avoid patients from waking up at 1 or 2 in the morning, get a full restful night's sleep, wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning, whenever you want to, and be rested and alert, not sleepy, not drowsy. So that's insomnia. Cardiovascular disorders. There's medications that need to be combined for patients that have had a heart attack or a stroke. 27% of patients don't even leave the hospital after an emergency room visit for a heart attack or stroke with the right medications. Why? There's 4 or 5 of them. It's complicated. It's cumbersome.
So you could pack, I mean, how many can you pack into the pill?
Depending on the blends, 3 layers is our maximum.
Okay.
Not even 3 layers.
So you could put 3
three
different
administrations.
Yeah.
But what we could do is actually put a blend of 2 products.
Oh, okay.
Let's say aspirin and Plavix could be in dose 2.
Okay.
We could put an ACE inhibitor and a beta blocker in dose 1.
Okay.
And then we could put a lipid medication in the middle. So like a Crestor or a Lipitor.
Okay.
I can't lose my Pfizer roots. Lipitor, definitely. Even though I take Crestor. So there's a lot of opportunities there. Oral oncology agents, xerostomia, which is a dry mouth disorder. There's so many therapeutic areas that we can go solve with this platform. And our goal is this: major unmet medical needs and at least $1 billion in opportunity from a market cap perspective. We are a capitalistic company, but we want to solve problems. And that's exactly what we're looking to do. And the PTR platform is uniquely designed to do that.
Okay, well, great. Well, I have CEO of Cingulate, Dr. Shane Schaffer, with us today. And if you want to look up the company, look under ticker symbol CING.